everybody. It is Meredith at Cryptocurrency Investing, and we are going to be doing our 100,000 member giveaway tonight. We're going to have Brian on with PIVX. He is a personal friend of mine. I'm just going to give us a few seconds to get some people watching before we go ahead and bring him on. But yeah, so Brian is a good friend of mine. He's actually watching now. Brian, we're going to get you on in just a second. And he is part of the PIVX team. He's been with them since the beginning, from what I understand. And so he's going to provide us with some information, and also we're going to be giving away a ton of PIVX. He and I were kind of throwing around ideas about what we could give away and what we could do for the community, just to show you guys how grateful we are and just how proud we are of everything that we've built here at CCI. So I was asking him, and I'm like, what do you think? You think we should give away some t-shirts and maybe just like some little PIVX pins and stickers and so on and so forth, and we have all that too. But he's like, how about we give away 11 PIVX to 11 different people? So that's what we're going to be doing. Let me go ahead and bring him on. Invite a friend. Yes, I will. We're going to invite Mr. Brian. If my phone wants to work. Actually, let's see. Brian. Why are there so many Brians in here? I did not know that we had that many. Okay, so let's see. Actually, Brian, if you could just maybe... Oh, wait, here we go. Let's bring you on. So, let's go back to comments. We are adding him on right now. Hey, what's
up? Hi.
You're kind of sideways. It looks like.
Is that
yeah,
better?
there we go. We're good to go right now.
All right, I'm gonna have to adjust. This is wild. I had to rotate my phone.
No problem.
Otherwise, it's gonna
You're
keep doing that and like slipping out. So. All right,
yeah,
let's see.
No, I get it. We're good to go.
All right, I'm gonna just be like kind of. How we doing? I'm kind of tilted.
Yeah, that's a lot better. Everything looks good from mine. You're looking pretty normal.
Here, let's try.
What's up, Brian?
Not much. It's again, congrats, 100,000 people. What?
That's a lot. I know. I know.
How fast was that for you guys? I mean, like in terms of the Facebook group, that's less than a year, right? I think.
Oh yeah. Well under a year. And it actually within the last probably 2 months, we've been getting like thousands of member requests per day. So we had to, we went ahead and shut down adding in new members in preparation for this contest because we didn't want to go over the 100,000 threshold. So we stopped. And so in 2 days, we got 3,000. And then in the last 2 days, we're at like over 4,800 more. So by the time we finally let anyone in, now we're going to have way over 100,000. So
it's incredible.
Pretty cool. Yeah,
that's
definitely.
Incredible.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's been like an interesting process, actually, just kind of like watching it all unfold. And, we have a few other groups too, and the growth on that, they haven't been as fast, I'm guessing, because people have either like word of mouth about CCI or possibly they just like Facebook search for a group, cryptocurrency investing, and they find us. So either way, it's been really, really cool.
It's going to be one of those, I think people like in a year, not even a year, in 6 months from now, in a year from now, are going to look back and go, they're going to start like future generations are going to do case studies on these moments in time, right? Of going like, hey, here's these people that started Facebook groups because they were passionate about a certain whatever it was, and this just happens to be cryptocurrencies, right? And investing and being community, which I'm sure we'll talk about later, because we both love communities. And then all of a sudden it's like you grew from an organic nothing to in how fast? Like this is it defies the
Yeah.
textbooks. It defies everything. And it's, yeah, again, like congrats, because you guys are just being yourselves, and here you go going like massive amounts of quantitative growth, right? So that's it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Well, the other cool thing about it is that, here with crypto, there's a lot of different large groups on Facebook for all different kinds of stuff. But like specifically in our group, all those concerns and things that usually maybe divide people, they don't even matter because it's about crypto. It's about, people are wanting to learn. They're learning from each other. All, any of those maybe like stereotypes or negative ideas, for the most part, people, they let that go. They're all about the community and learning from one another. And so, yeah, you're probably right. Whenever you're saying that, even just a few years down the road, people are probably going to be looking at these groups and looking at everything that's happening on the social side of cryptocurrency as like a phenomenon. That's what my guess would be anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been really cool. But so why don't you go ahead and maybe, give some background information, insight into, first of all, just like personally, how you got involved with PIVX, and where it all started for you. I know it's been quite the journey. You and I have discussed this before, which is why I would really love to kind of let everybody know what it's been like.
So, how esoteric, crazy do we want to delve in tonight? All right, we'll go a little bit. We won't go too crazy. So, like anything in this world, in the universe, perspectives, conditioning, etc. About 5-6 years ago, had some tremendous opportunities to see the world differently, and I'll frame it that way, right? So you could say the universe, etc., God, whatever, however you want to say it, handed opportunity. Like, we all have opportunities every day. Every moment we wake up, we have opportunities to make choices. So I took some leaps of faith. Yeah, I'll say that. I'll say leaps of faith about 5-6 years ago, for myself personally. And part of that was actually getting into crypto, right? So I had heard about this newer thing called Bitcoin. I see. This is what happens when you like use your hands, as you rip out your headphones and everything falls out. All right. Anyway, so about like So anyway, I'd heard about this thing called Bitcoin and said, you know what, I'm going to get involved. So picked up a little bit of Bitcoin back then, and then went, wow, it's not just Bitcoin. There's a few dozen, 100 at that point, like 100 other altcoins. And back then, there was no such thing called an ICO. Like, that wasn't even an acronym or terminology, right? So there were these other altcoins that had started spinning up, and I got involved, right? I said, hey, I'm just going to start to figure out what are these other coins. And for me personally, what I was trying to find was community. So this is all the cycles back of, for me, I was trying to find places where there were actual people coming together, not just about the crypto, but talking about life, talking about passions, etc. Because 5-6 years ago, it was really tech nerd, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with tech. There's nothing wrong with nerd. But for a global adoption and acceptance, there needed to be more for me personally. So I was looking for those communities and those people that cared about things, or at least were willing to discuss things beyond just trading, beyond just, hey, this is going to go to the moon, such wow, such yeah, which was awesome, right? Like Dogecoin is incredible because what or Dogecoin, right? However you want to say it, like they captured, I think, part of what so many of us, like, we're kids. I always say this, at the end of the day, we're a bunch of 4-year-olds driving around in 25, 35, 50-year-old like vehicles. So they captured something about, there's that little bit of us that goes like, oh, I want something just to laugh about. I want something I can connect with.
Something
I want
novel.
Yeah, I want that connection, right? So anyway, that led me through series of projects, Netcoin, a bunch of other cryptos that I found communities and people. And what I found was incredible is an amazing amount of smart dedicated, driven individuals. I also found a lot of people that were in it just for money and just for quick profits and just for greed, and they didn't care. And so what that for me was one of these reminders of, it doesn't matter if you're in crypto, it doesn't matter if you're in traditional banking or insurance or pharma or med or whatever. We're humans, right? And so you're going to have all these human dynamics wherever you go. And so what I quickly found is these resonances of people going, oh, I resonate with you. I quickly go, it's not like, I'm not jiving with you. And that's okay. It's just, I don't jive with you. So I'm going to put my energy over here. And thus, I built relationships, which all of us CCI is doing. All these groups are now, we're building relationships with people. We're reconnecting through the medium of crypto, right? So all of a sudden, the resonances for me of what became PIVX was so palatable. I had all of these interpersonal relationships with friends, long-term crypto people, 4 or 5 years, and coming into this project. And as it began to emerge and blossom to open up to larger communities in terms of marketing, branding, et cetera, that's when I said, all right, however I can be of use, I want to be part of this, because these are friends. These are my people. These are relationships. So yeah, I'm going to toss my hat in the ring and say, I want to be part of it. So that's how I ended up kind of with PIVX. I knew the co-founders of PIVX. They operate on a different plane. Like, their mind is the tech, that type of, they're the core dev type. I'm not a core dev in the sense of I'm not a tech guy. I'm not the coder. I'm the, I wave my hands around and rip my earphones out because I'm passionate and I get excitable. I know tech, but I'm not doing it. So when PIVX rebranded into PIVX, which was officially 1/1/20, I guess 17. It was almost a year ago. Yeah, just over a year ago. And then we really started marketing in March. That's when sort of I got really involved with the project. So
yeah, super cool stuff. It's been a roller coaster since the rebranding in January. I bet that was interesting. What was it like? How short was the time frame whenever there was kind of like this humongous rise from
Skyrock.
Yeah, me and Ben Barlow. Oh, he's watching right now. Hey Ben. Ben was actually having this conversation with me today. He's like, were you around whenever the whole Skyrock meme thing was going on? I'm like, I don't recall that. So he's like sending me all these screenshots. I was dying laughing. So, and actually I told you that too already, but yeah.
So what happened? So the timeline, right? So Thanksgiving 2015, back on Bitcoin Talk, you can see the original thread, announcement thread, which is, it's kind of this like archaic but kind of cool like longevity of the new crypto projects are announced on Bitcoin Talk, which is Simple Machines forum that's really like terrible in the sense of like it's just like it's not user friendly for most people, but that's like where it defaulted to. That's where you announce a new crypto project. So Thanksgiving 2015 it was announced, and then January 2016 is when PIVX, which back then was called Darknet, was officially launched, right? So basically for an entire year or so, it was just in development mode. So unless you were in Simple Forums, you didn't really hear about it too much. A bunch of people came together and said, hey, you guys, there's incredible technology here. There's incredible vision and passion for privacy, which we can talk about later, like why that matters and why we care about it. Yet you're not reaching beyond the traditional, sort of the dark net kind of focused market, right? You're kind of pigeonholing yourself by calling yourself that. So are you open to rebranding? And what was incredible is, the core devs said, absolutely. Like we code, we do tech. We're not marketing. We're not PR. We're not branding. We're not that. So absolutely, let's do a community. Let's get everybody involved. Let's do this together. So they opened it up. and then brought in a group actually out of Barrie, Ontario. So Rhubarb Media, if you're watching, what's up, Chad?
Yeah.
I think they are. So
I like
that crew,
Chad. My new friend.
they're awesome. So that group came in and did a bunch of mock-ups and said, hey, what do you guys think community-wise? And there was just incredible synergies and resonances with the community. Voted on PIVX. So PIVX, for those watching who are brand new to PIVX, private instant verified transaction, right? Like PIV was not going to really work too well. Like it doesn't end that great. So yeah, pivot. It sounds like you've got like some phlegm. So PIVX was what the community decided on, and purple was chosen specifically as well because there's a lot of energy around purple and feelings, like colors, words, they evoke emotions and feelings. So that was chosen specifically. And then, we launched January, and then all of a sudden in March, Chad was pushing out stuff. We started getting active on social media, and all of a sudden, like this massive skyrock, right? Which was an incredible meme that we will carry on forever. And I mean, we were talking earlier about this. I think people looked at PIVX and went, holy smokes, this thing's blowing up, right? People, of course, at that time were like, oh, it's just a fork of Dash, right? It doesn't really mean anything. Yeah. They're just a clone, and it's just a pump and dump. They've got some cool advertising and branding, and they'll go away, right? And of course, we talked, like the rest of the community sitting here going, we've got this feeling and this passion, and we know our devs, we know the team. It's going to be incredible. So yeah, we had this incredible, rise up in traditional markets. Of course, there's going to be, there's going to be a tail off, and there's going to be sort of a settling. But you look at what happened, and all of a sudden, 2017, the devs keep pushing out upgrades and new content, and all of a sudden it's the first proof of stake coin to ever implement zero coin, and first coin to do XYZ, and you're going, oh, this is actually a legitimate project. Yeah, it is.
Right.
It's a legitimate project, and we also are ourselves, which I think kind of confuses people. Like, how can you be you? And also,
so another thing that like really, and as you know, I don't know, probably a lot of our people in CCI don't know this, but I actually recently joined the team at PIVX. So I have been getting to spend a ton of time with the community, and like in their Discord specifically. Whenever I went in there for the first time, I was blown away and amazed at the fact that the people who are in the community are truly invested in PIVX. They're not invested in like of course, like financial side of things is important and all that's relevant, like making money. Yay. Who doesn't want to, I mean, like as investors, we want to, but beyond that, the community is just so, they care about PIVX, about the future, about what it means for everyone. I see like people putting their own personal time, resources, effort into building and on a global scale, not just in the United States, not just, locally. I mean, it's all over the world. There's different contributors and people who are just like, how can I help? How can I get involved? What can I do? Or they just do it, people are just like doing whatever they want.
JFDI.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was an early acronym, what you just described, the JFDI, the just friggin' do it. Well, so
it's a good one.
Yeah, we'll keep it PC for CCI. You can look into what JFDI really means. It's pretty easy.
I have some JFDI stickers that I'm sporting on my laptop right now. So
yeah. So, but that's the feel of, I think there's something that PIVX, of course I'm biased, right? Like I'm in PIVX, I love PIVX, I bleed purple, I resonate on these frequencies. It's like, it's life. I get it. There's something about when you're part of a community, right? So whether it's PIVX or whether it's like a local community, et cetera, when you're in that vibe of people that surround you that are looking to support you, that are looking to encourage you, that are there to say, hey, we're here to empower you. Like, you're an incredible human being. What do you want to do? Right? So yeah, we might be in crypto. I get it. Like, PIVX is a cryptocurrency, but that doesn't mean that you have to define yourself as just being a cryptocurrency. Like, we're people. We're human beings after all.
Right.
So like, if you're the best cross-stitch knitter in the world, how do you want to get involved, right? Like, you want to cross-stitch and, like,
you want to start knitting for PIVX? Like, let's do it.
Why don't limit yourself to those barriers of saying, like, oh, I have to know tech in order to be involved. No, you don't. And that's, I think, what PIVX does exceptionally well, is saying this is a global community, right? And so it's not just that passion, which we dub sort of the UPF, right? The universal purple flow, which, you know, we got some flack over that, but I think it's also
that's great.
I think it adequately describes, it's the stuff that you can't really put terms around, that you just feel around a community and you feel around people. So and that's also modeled in our actual code, right? So we are a DAO. We're a decentralized autonomous organization. We have a governance. We have voting mechanism. There is no corporation. There's no company. It's us. It's people. So the more that people are themselves, the sooner people are themselves, then the faster we're going to grow together and build this epic thing, whatever it is, together. So I think that's where people come in, and at first, sometimes they're shocked, sometimes they're turned off. And I think a lot of people come in and go, oh, I want to be part of this. Like, I can do whatever I want. I can print out flyers and go do this. Or, like, I can surf and represent PIVX. Or, like, that's life, I think, for what we all as collectively humans dream of and want. So, yeah. Yeah,
definitely. And I think we have got some people accepting PIVX, and where at? I think you were telling me about this.
Yeah, so Cancun, you can now go down to Cancun. I think there's at least, I don't know. I know there's 5. There might be 10, 15. Somebody just posted, I need a headset. Yes, I need a headset. It's me. I'm just, like, running around everywhere, and I just threw in my my good old thanks Apple headphones, but they work. So yeah, there's
like fine. Don't worry.
there's 10, I think, 5, 10 restaurants in Cancun right now that accept PIVX, so you can go in, pay with PIVX. There's a whole crew down there that's working on getting hotels and more merchants to accept PIVX. So basically, like, tentatively, and maybe I'm spilling the beans, in November, there's going to be potentially a PIVX meetup in Cancun. So all purple, all PIVX in Cancun, like literally go down and here you go. So sorry, guys, I guess, like, ask for forgiveness later. I might have spilled the beans on that one, but November.
Are you making that announcement right now for the first time?
You know what? Why not? So November, I think it's November 2nd and 3rd. There's a PIVX meetup. Tentatively planned in Cancun. Literally, it's all PIVX. So the whole trip, you can use PIVX and go to town. So yeah. And then in South Africa, I know there's a couple merchants that you can actually use PIVX at already. There's a couple places around the world as well. But yeah, that's just people doing it themselves. That's what's incredible. So yeah.
Right. Definitely.
Do we want to get
lots of cool things on the horizon. Pretty excited about. You think we should
giveaway?
We should do.
You read my mind.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Okay, let's give something away. Okay, let's see. Which one shall we do first? Okay, everybody, a challenge for you for our loyal community members who have been around enough to know. Tag 3 mods. If you know 3 mods, tag 3 mods, and we're going to randomly be watching and just pick someone out. So, tag 3 mods right now. Ready?
Go. Go. Do it.
Let's see. I think some people are probably going to go search and see who the mods are.
I know. They're going through, like, the list right now, being like, who's got the little star by their name? Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, there's 92 people watching, and there's pretty high odds for you guys because we've got a lot of stuff to give away. T-shirts, PIVX.
22 people. Yeah, 90 people watching. Odds are looking good.
Yeah.
Oh, should I make a corny joke like your odds are good with PIVX? That's terrible. That's awful.
Yes.
It's just, yeah, no.
Natasha, you've all, mod 1, mod 2. Come on, people. And mod, you cannot comment and say mod. Okay, looks like
Brian Snap.
Okay, so ITX Cyan, yeah, message me. You are the first person, I believe, who actually got 3.
Awesome.
But yeah, so everybody's still going. So now, you were close, Kelsey. Kelsey, how did you spell my name wrong? You talk to me every single day. I'm about to sue you right now for that one. She's like my best friend in crypto, my best girlfriend. We have a little like group chat. So it's me, the 2 Rosses, Ross squared. We have Sean. Recently we just added Yuri, but Kelsey is my girl, and she just spelled my name wrong and broke my heart.
You know what? She was so excited. She was typing. So maybe it was Fat Fingers. It was Fat Fingers. It was Fat Fingers.
Oh, you know what it could have been? Maybe that was it. Look, everybody's still tagging. Oh, hey, Joe. Joe checks in with his JFDI. What's up? We were talking about that earlier. You just barely missed it.
All
okay,
right.
So
consolation
now,
prize.
Yeah. So
what should we do?
What is this for? Are we giving away a T-shirt? Are we giving away some PIVX?
So the first one, let's give away 11 PIV. So that was the first prize. Congrats. You just got 11 PIV. Consolation prize, let's do a T-shirt. Let's see. What was the... Oh, what should we do?
We have so much stuff to give away, and we were like 10 minutes before we were doing this, everyone, we were trying to like brainstorm how are we going to give all this stuff away. So bear with us as we're thinking on our feet.
Whoa. I did not call a woman fat. It's a crypto saying, fat fingers, right? When you hit the sell button and you sell too low. Right, so you're like, oh, I'm gonna sell. Yeah,
that's a well-known terminology.
Yeah, I just gotta cut. I gotta like cut that one right there. No way. Sorry. All right. So first person to say what PIVX, what the acronym is, gets a T-shirt. Go.
What does PIVX stand for? What is it an acronym of? Let's see who's gonna get it. Are you hiding your shirt so that no one can cheat? Let's see. Who's going to get what PIVX stands for?
We said it earlier.
We have just been discussing this, guys.
Boom.
All right. Pascal. So, Pascal.
Nice.
Pascal, please DM me and I'll get your address from you, and so that we can get a shirt sent out to you.
Congrats.
Oh, congrats.
All right. So let's do another 11 PIV giveaway.
11 more PIVX.
Another 11 more PIVX. So PIVX was the first proof of stake cryptocurrency to implement what? It got quiet all of a sudden. Yeah. Bruce is like, it's slow. Oh, no.
Oh, Greg, are you tagging your wife and saying she needs a prize? Greg is my buddy. He's a New Zealand friend, and we get to talk a lot, too. He's one of our
we got another one. Boom. So are we doing double giveaways? We never define the terms. So we'll give 2 prizes because Pascal got it again, and then there was one right after. Okay. There you go. Okay. So that's 2 11s. So there you go. So nice. The correct answer is PIVX is the first proof of stake cryptocurrency to ever implement the zero coin protocol, and not just the zero coin protocol, but fully customized, incredibly, as one of our lead devs says, it's zero coin on steroids. So not that I'm saying steroids are okay. I'm just saying the whole like feel.
We're not
of
endorsing
steroids.
steroids.
We're not endorsing
Even
steroids.
though
We're
it's
just
the
saying
weekend, we're still not going to be doing that.
you know what we mean. Yeah, there you go. So
I was about to ask another question that was probably going to result in some profanity. So I was going to ask about do it. Okay.
Do it.
Well, I'm only doing it because it's fresh in my mind because we were just talking about it. But what does the acronym JFDI mean? What's it mean? This isn't rocket science, and we did just talk about it. So Joe said, "Don't do it.
Don't type it. Don't type it.
It's too late." Yeah, don't use the bad word. You can use. Okay, let's see. Oh, you put the sticker on your truck? I got to give Joe one of the stickers because I knew how much JFDI means to him. Just Greg.
Oh, I like just focus and do it. That's good. I like that.
That's good.
I like that.
I like that one.
No!
That one should probably get a t-shirt or something.
We got one. There it is.
Greg got it first. I saw Greg had it. He was pretty much there. Yeah, look at how respectful our group is. Most people are not putting in the cuss words. Good job, guys. You're doing awesome. Wait, what was that for? Shirt or PIVX?
What do you want? What do you feel like?
What? We can do a shirt. We can just alternate it.
There you go.
Greg,
shirt.
You get a shirt. He's one of our awesome mods. He does a lot of work for us, so definitely.
Awesome.
Oh, Renee was first? Was it? Yeah, I'll probably have to go back and do some checking on these guys. But if you think that you were first, just message me.
There we go. Why not?
Definitely. We're not being overly stingy here at all. So
nope. You're not supposed to tell them that.
Oh.
Just kidding.
I think they might have that overall impression anyway.
Yeah.
So let's see. We still have a ton of stuff to give away. We got to think of some more questions.
Okay.
Oh, look. Everybody's just showing up.
So there are two ways that actually, false. There are three ways. All right. So 2 questions. There's 2 ways that people commonly believe that you can earn PIVX with, right? So there's 2 terms that you can say that you can earn PIVX with. There's also a third way that you can earn PIVX with. Most people, some know about it, some don't. So the first person to say how you can earn PIV by being part of PIVX, you will get 11 PIV. There's also a third way as well, which some people know about and don't know about. If you say that, then the person who says the first 2 get staking and masternodes. Natasha, I saw that, I think, and helping the community. Technically, yeah, you just got it. Incredible. So Sean as well,
that was in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's incredible. So Natasha and Scene.
So that was Natasha?
Yep, and then Sean or Scene. I'm sorry, I don't know you personally, so I don't know how you pronounce her name. So Natasha, you get 11. Sean, Scene, again, apologies. You, SEAN, you get a shirt. So write that one down. The correct answer. Yeah, so the correct answers are PIVX, you have masternodes, right? So you can earn by putting up 10,000 PIVX as a collateral, and you will earn masternodes rewards, which is pretty awesome. You can also stake, right? Because we're proof of stake algorithm. So you can stake any amount of PIV and earn on that. And in fact, there's a bunch of people who have staked 1 to 10 PIVX and earned the reward, the block reward, which is around 2 to 2.5 PIV. So that's pretty incredible. Like you stake 1 PIV and you just earn 2.5. Like that's pretty legit. The third way, which is by helping the community. Yeah, absolutely. So there's something called PIVX fans. You can go and sign up, create an account. It's real simple to do, and it's basically bounties, right? So a lot of ICOs will do bounties before the ICO launches. Well, again, PIVX never had an ICO. Crap, that would have been a really, really, really good trivia question. Just ruined it. Anyway, so yeah, PIVX never had an ICO. So maybe so PIVX fans is a community portal where there's stuff posted all the time about, hey, go tweet this, or go upvote this, or post a comment here, or go to Steam It and write an article, or post a photo of you running down Broad Street, or Times Square with a PIVX shirt on, and you'll get points, right? And you can trade those points in, and you can earn PIV. So, yep.
It's really cool. Okay, I'm about to do a little something that is actually, I'm going to do one of these, and you don't have to do it right now. So you don't have to leave the stream right now, but rest assured, this is going to be a giveaway. All the names will be entered into it. So I'm about to post a link to our YouTube channel, and if you go subscribe to our YouTube channel, then you will be able to be entered in a drawing to win 11 more PIVX. So let's see. Let me get the link.
Nope.
I know. This is what I get for not being prepared in my contest.
You are perfect. You are perfectly prepared. It's all good.
That's as good as it gets. I mean, what can I say? I have literally no excuses for this, but y'all, I wish everyone could have heard the conversation that took place before this live, because I was like, we're like 10 minutes before. I'm like, Brian, what are we going to do? He's like, let's just wing it. We're just going to do whatever we want. Okay, guys, look for my comment. I'm about to post it right now. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Take a screenshot of you subscribing it and post in the comments. Or, you know what? Trying to think if we should do post in the comments, or maybe post in the comments. Yeah, we're not going to choose the winner for this one right now, just because I'm sure we're going to give you some time to go ahead and get the subscription in. We'll do that. We're going to go ahead and do the giveaway for that tomorrow. So you have like a little 24-hour period to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, here we go. There you guys go. Go ahead, and I'm going to pin this comment so that you guys can know. Go subscribe to it and screenshot it and post it on there for us, okay? So that's going to be a chance for another 11 PIVX. So
somebody was just asking the price of PIVX. Satoshi, it's about 90,000 sats right now, so 90K. Hovering currently USD, it's around $13. So, actually, there's another good giveaway question. What's the current total supply of PIVX?
What is the current total supply of PIVX?
Oh, although we might need to pause it. Some people are saying it's not clickable. The pinned YouTube.
Let's see. I mean, it works for me. Maybe if you're on your phone, it might be a little bit harder. I don't know. I'm going to make a separate post for this, so you guys really don't have to worry about it right here. I'm just going to make another post. We'll do it there and kind of figure it out. We'll make sure you guys get entered. So we just want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and support us. And we're going to give away PIVX. So
I just saw Noel or Noel. Again, apologies. I don't know you, so I don't know how you pronounce your name. You I think posted first about the total supply.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about 53 million. So that's the total in circulation right now, which is bueno.
Okay, so Noel has got some. Was that a shirt or was that PIVX?
Let's do shirt.
Shirt. All right.
I don't know. We were going crazy on PIV. You're gonna have to keep me on track, because otherwise I'm just gonna be like Oprah. And you get PIV, and you get PIV. Like everybody gets PIV.
Yeah, you're like, you get a car.
Yeah, exactly. I can't help it.
Yeah, if you guys are having trouble with that link, I see a lot of people are stressing out about it. Don't stress yourselves out. You have 24 hours to subscribe to our YouTube channel, so yeah, you're good to go. Hey, don't be mad about the shirts. Shirts are just as valuable as PIVX. I mean, they can be.
This is
You're going to be repping.
It's an OG PIVX shirt, right? Like this is
It's a good looking shirt.
Their second edition, right? You know, V-neck. Yeah. These are 60. They're 60/20. They're really soft. You know, they don't shrink. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good.
Can't be mad at that.
Nah, you're good.
Okay, so maybe we can ask another PIVX related question. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Maybe we could do, I mean, if you wanna do follow on Twitter.
Go for it.
You want to? All right.
Yeah,
so guys, go follow PIVX on Twitter. If you're already following PIVX, feel free to go ahead and screenshot that too. But screenshots of you following PIVX on Twitter and drop a screenshot in the comments, and we'll pick out that one or two. That's that part. They're gonna get a shirt. So another shirt out for followers of PIVX on Twitter. Let's see. So that is yet to be determined. We'll announce some more winners tomorrow and stuff. So.
Well, so does anybody have questions about, like, I mean, you have me at your disposal. You have Murph at your disposal for questions about PIVX. If you have any, I don't know if you guys have seen the roadmap for PIVX just got officially launched and announced within the past 24 hours. And it's pretty insane. If you've been around for the past year, you know that PIVX devs deliver what they say they're actually going to develop and implement. So take a look at the roadmap. The graphics only show 15 of 36 currently planned and scheduled updates, developments, innovations. So it's pretty impressive. So go take a look.
Sweet.
PIVX.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I got to take a look at it, and I thought that it's looking pretty solid, and it's gonna be a good year for PIVX. It's gonna be a good year for crypto, but it's gonna be a really, really good year for PIVX.
Yeah. I saw a bunch of people asking, what is PIVX? So PIVX is, this was a question before. It stands for Private Instant Verified Transaction. Rodney, you're asking, can you buy PIVX directly with a credit card on Changely, FlipMe, Livecoin? There's a couple exchanges you can go. I believe you can go direct. There's actually do I break the news? It's kind of public. It's not public. Soon there will be actually an app called Unity. I might get in so much trouble for this, but why not? It's 100,000 members. Here we go. So there's already a app that's in beta testing, soon to be alpha testing, where it's like if you guys have heard like the local Bitcoins, right? So like my local Bitcoins, go pay cash or credit card, whatever, and get your Bitcoins. It's that, but it's an app for cryptocurrency, right? So now basically you don't need an exchange. You can pay cash, credit card, etc., and anybody can have coins on their wallets in that mobile app, decentralized, bypassing that need. So I might get in so much trouble for this, but why not? Here we go. So
it's
basically,
amazing.
that's answering the question. That's coming. So the other thing, somebody else is asking if we're on Binance. No, we're not yet.
Is he spilling so many beans tonight, or what, guys?
I don't know anything else. So anyway.
Brian has a wild hair, and he's just like telling all the PIVX secrets to
I'm going
you guys,
crazy.
So.
I'm going crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Don't give me a mic. That's all I'm going to say. So.
Maybe we can say what exchanges this is going to be for. You want to give away PIVX, or you want to give away t-shirts? T-shirts?
Your call.
This is a t-shirt.
Your call. There you go.
Yeah. So for another t-shirt, what exchanges is PIVX listed on?
Ooh. I don't even know.
Yeah. How about this? We're going to make this a little easier so y'all don't have to type out a bunch of stuff.
All right, Renee.
Just name three exchanges that PIVX is listed on. Yeah. 3 exchanges that PIVX is listed on.
Cryptopia. Yep. Bittrex, Cryptopia.
3 of them.
One more.
We need 3 of them
One more. Post
Greg,
3.
Greg, you've already won. We're not going to do copy and paste from CoinMarketCap, and you're a mod, and you've already won. So you're good to go. But look, here we go. Cody. It looks like Cody was the one who got that. So Cody, message me and I'll get a t-shirt to you.
Boom sauce. Well done.
Yes. All right. Good job, guys. Good job. You're still keeping it going. Kelsey, you're a little bit late to the party. I know she's like dying. She's dying for a PIVX shirt, so or some PIVX.
Do we want to do? All right. So wow, this is gonna get really deep for who follows PIVX and or Twitter or who can scour through it real fast. So everybody. So this will be for 11 PIV. Everybody knows that the amount of energy to run the entire Bitcoin network and most mining networks takes is a lot, right? Like it's very, very energy intensive. How much energy does it take to run, in theory, 10,000 full nodes of the PIVX network?
Oh, yeah. So this can be found where?
So yeah, you'll have to either go to Twitter, you'll have to go onto Facebook, or go onto the PIVX blog to take a look about the approximation of what would it take to run the entire PIVX network currently.
All right, let's see who's either, like you
Not
said,
much. You know what? Good answer. 1 windmill, Keskin. Yeah, you. I think you got it.
That is it?
Keskin said 1 windmill, and that's absolutely correct. And in
that's
fact,
amazing.
That's actually an overestimation. 13 hamster wheels. That's a good answer as well. Incredible. So yeah, it's a fractional amount of energy to run the entire PIVX network because we're proof of stake, right? So we don't rely on massive amounts of mining, which is very energy intensive. We rely on the community working together, staking. So so 10,000 full nodes running the PIVX network would take basically 1 windmill, or it's about 15 solar panel installations on houses. Not bad.
Wow. No,
you can run a full node on a basically juiced up Raspberry Pi, right? So you can have a Raspberry Pi juiced up and run a full node of PIVX on it.
Wow, that is pretty amazing. So this one might be an easy one, but for a shirt, what is PIVX's color? What is the color of PIVX? It's very obvious. Yeah, hide, get down. What color, guys? Kelsey says phone a friend. Purple. Aiden, good job. Aiden, you got it. You're going to get a t-shirt. Please message me, guys, if you won something, or if you think you won something, or if you want to argue about it, message me. And I'll go back. No, please don't message me to argue, guys.
No.
Also, after I do these things, I tend to get some weird messages. So please, everyone, do your best to refrain from that as well, because it's not appreciated. But if you think that you won something, then that's fine. All right. So t-shirt to Aiden. Let's see. Oh. He said you need to get back to coding. Darren says you need to get back to coding, Brian.
I wish. The beautiful thing is,
yeah,
I don't have to code. So this is what's All right, so here you go. So we never like finished this part of the backstory. I'm not a core developer, right? So in the crypto sense of the term, I'm not a core developer, right? So a lot of times what you see in crypto are the developers, the guys in GitHub, the guys doing commits, the guys coding. They become the de facto kind of face, and it's understandable because they're the ones that understand the code. Thankfully, there's one of the PIVX developers, PressTab, Tom Bradshaw, is coming forward actually and beginning to do joint interviews with me and other people to speak more to the technical side of things. He's incredible. What ended up happening is back in March, April, we had this incredible skyrocket growth, right? So, and everybody was looking at PIVX and going, well, where do we go for information? Who do we talk to? Who's the face, right? And at that point, I was really involved with the community, and I just said, well, I'll just start doing videos. I'll start, putting information out and kind of, if you guys are okay with it, being myself on. I've never done YouTube videos in my life. Like many people in crypto were like, I don't know, like we're just going to start doing videos and figure this out as we go. And then all of a sudden, you're doing YouTube videos and doing, Facebook Live interviews and chats, and it's incredible, right? So I think it was interesting at first because people assumed I was a core developer. I can speak some tech stuff. I talk to developers. I'm not in it all the time. So I have this speaks to what PIVX is as a decentralized community, right? I have the luxury and the privilege of being able to be myself, right? I'm not a coder. I'm not going to pretend to be. I'm myself. I'm energetic. I love PIVX. I'm passionate about people and change and communities. And so I get to represent that at the same time that the coders get to do what they do really well, right? They love to code. Right. They love to build the intricacies and the networks and do that. They don't really want to be on camera. And we've had these conversations. Right. They're like, it frees them up to be totally free in doing what they love to do. And who
they are. If they don't want to do that, you're not pushing them to say, this is what we expect from you, or this is, I'm sure as long as I live, I will always remember my conversation with you guys for the first time on that call, whenever we're kind of like talking about what exactly I'm going to be doing. And you're like, hey, just be yourself, like be you, let your energy flow, that type of thing. And so just to have a group of people like that, and at PIVX, that's like core values, encouraging people to be what they are and not anything other than that. And so it's funny because, there's like such a hype train in crypto right now. And people are just like, riding the waves, and that's all good and fine and everything. And nothing wrong with that. But to have also a community like PIVX, where the people are like, we're here to stay, we're not going anywhere. We're here to like see this thing into fruition and watch it become everything that it can be. It's just very, very, very cool stuff. So yeah. The technical side of things for me, like it's so funny because whenever I got into crypto, I was like, I want to be involved. I want to have some type of role. Like I just had this sense of like knowing that there was so much here, and I wanted to contribute and I wanted to be a part of, and I'm like, I can't code. I'm not a developer. So I get online and I like start trying to learn to code. And I have no background in technology. And so it was like, I felt like I was like missing some critical pieces and information there. But, I would love to learn. I absolutely would. I don't know if my brain is wired that way. Similarly, how some devs are like, I'm not a social person. I don't want to be on Facebook Lives. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. It's like, there's a place for everyone kind of,
You said it brilliantly. I think here's the thing, whether it's in PIVX, whatever the communities are, when you find people where they can drop their guard, right? I mean, we all understand like masks, etc. When you can drop your guard a little bit and connect with people on a heart level. And they're coming from their powerhouse, right? They're coming from their power, whether it's a dev and coding, whether it's marketing people and being just that energy ball out there, whether it's, graphics, whether it's support, etc. When you have that mutual trust in a community, let alone a decentralized project, PIVX, whatever else it is in the world, and on a global scale, right? Let's strip crypto aside. When communities and people and networks can begin to exist where they trust one another just a little bit, coming from their own power, good Lord. Because then, I don't have to be the master of everything, right? We have this concept, take a look at the old paradigms. A company tries to become the master of everything. I'm going to do this and 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 this. Versus, as humans, no, I know I would love to code. As you said, you would love to know how to code. Maybe at some point, but right now, you are way more gifted in being a moderator and an energy mover and a person that can connect people, etc. So to force you into a box to say, no, you need to learn how to code before you can go do that. What?
Exactly.
So if you have those communities where you can begin to trust one another and say, the developers say, okay, Brian, okay, Chad, okay, Mike, okay, Eric, Grant, et cetera, we trust you to represent us, and vice versa. I've got to turn around to the developers and say, all right, I trust you that you're actually going to fall through on your roadmaps and say, yeah, I'm going to hit this in Q1. I'm going to hit this in Q2. I'm going to keep you informed. That type of trust, that's special. So, whether it's in PIVX, which I've seen it in PIVX, that's why I'm part of PIVX, but in general communities, find that, right? Whether it's in CCI or whether it's in other crypto groups and Twitter, et cetera, find those connections. Yeah, you're going to find different resonances and planes of growth beyond belief. So
yeah. It's just, it kind of, you're exactly right. It just puts you in a different mindset and kind of gives you this different vantage point on what crypto can really be, outside of just I'm going to put some Ethereum or Bitcoin or Litecoin or whatever in BitTricks and I'm going to buy this and I'm going to make money. Communities like CCI, honestly, just speaking on, communities here in CCI, I have met some incredible people and other, that I also am a mod over at CCT. You did an interview over there. I've also met some incredible people over there. But to see us here with 100,000 members, it blows my mind. It doesn't really, because it's we obviously know that all these new people are coming in, and just to be able to be at the forefront of that and watch it all unfold and watching people come in and light bulbs go off. I've had people, I get a ton of messages, and every once in a while, I randomly respond to one, someone asks it's not based off of anything. It's literally just randomly. Whenever I feel responding and I have the time to kind of have a conversation, then I will. And so I've had, throughout doing that, it used to be a lot easier for me to keep up with because there wasn't so many people. There weren't so many people messaging me.
Yep.
But, I had this one guy who I became friends with, and, he was asking me for help and asking me for insight. And I'm like, listen, I didn't know any of this either. So I'm, offering the limited advice that I do have and just telling him what I have going on with me. I'm like, do whatever you want. This is what I'm doing, and back right before the new year, he messaged me and he's like, Meredith, thank you so much for your help. I'm going to be paying off my house in January. And,
that's incredible.
I had another guy, he's not a native English speaker, so there's that communication barrier. And sometimes, people have a tendency to want to be ugly and be rude about that, and this guy was he's no one will take time to help me or talk to me. And, he was just so grateful and so thankful. He's I never could have done this without you, And so in Facebook, there's the trolls or whatever, and the people who go out. Fortunately, we don't have tolerance for that in here. But there are people who like thrive off of acting that way, and it's easy to like dehumanize people in these groups and on Facebook and forget like we're all human beings. We're all in this together, and if you just take a few minutes to stop and instead of being hateful, like be helpful, or instead of doing nothing, do something, and like that is one thing that's been awesome as far as like watching the membership grow and everything, because we have so many people in here who are just so intelligent and who have so much to offer, who are like curating this amazing content and engaging in these conversations and taking time to like respond to one another and things like that. And so it inspires me and it makes me happy. It's like, it means more to me, and it might sound cheesy to some people who are watching. I don't really care. It matters to me. The people in this group, like, they matter because y'all are just like me, like y'all, some of you are probably a hell of a lot smarter and way better at trading than me, but at the end of the day, like, we're all going through this thing together, and just to have the communities and have everyone, who's here doing what they do the way they do it is like, it's really amazing to watch it, so same in the PIVX community, that's the same thing. It's people coming together with a common goal or seeking whatever it is they're seeking, and to be able to provide those avenues is, at the end of the day, like it's pretty meaningful. So yeah. That's my little rant about community. Don't get me all worked up.
Oh, come on. Oh, we've had these conversations.
Should we do another giveaway on that again?
Yes, let's do a giveaway. Absolutely.
What should we do? How should we do it?
Let's do the first person to post a photo of them holding up a sign saying,
They're saying that they can't.
Oh,
they're saying they can't post pictures. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that one's gone. How about, what do I want to do? I got to think. I'm under pressure.
We could you know what we could do? We could have I'm going to open up a thread after this one.
Yes.
Where people can post the screenshots for Twitter. They can post the screenshots for YouTube, and they can post what you're going to do. And mods and the core, we're going to have to sort through some of this. It's going to be yet another labor of love. And so I have enough t-shirts for our mods that are willing to help me with this. I'll get you a t-shirt too, whenever we do that. We'll cross it when we get there.
So post not just quick scribbled, put some love into it, and I'll let the mods decide, so it doesn't have to be the first person. I want creativity of a person and passion, posting a sign, whatever you want, whether it's computer animated or handwritten, etc. A sign that says, I love life, I love CCI, and I love PIVX. There you go.
Yeah.
Done.
We'll do that. And we can pick 2 winners from that.
There you go.
So that way we can do maybe if someone does like graphics on the computer, and the other person who does it, however they want to do it, we'll do it like that.
Do it.
Okay. Cool.
Somebody was quickly scrolling by. We were chatting about, they were still waiting for some information about PIVX. And I didn't see the rest of it because I wasn't I wasn't paying attention.
I just saw someone else ask a really good one.
Oh, the next big challenge for PIVX to conquer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
was that it? Of course it was.
Yeah, that was the one that I was going to say. I saw him comment it 2 times. So.
So there's a couple big challenges, or I'll say interesting things for PIVX. So not just one. I'll give you 2. The one will be which will be incredible, using your collateral. So like for master nodes, running a master node, and I'll lump them together. So staking, putting it onto a cold storage device, right? So a ledger or treasure. So you can basically run a master node, or you can stake your PIVX while having it actually offline, right? So talk about security of your initial investment. So basically, you can set up a masternode, or you can set up, staking, assign it, unplug it, and now put it into your lockbox, and your initial collateral are completely safe, and now you're still staking. So they're working on that. I know for masternodes, the staking I think is going to be a little bit down the road, but I know they're working on doing the masternodes, putting your collateral, so that's 10,000 PIV, onto a ledger, unplugging it, and then you're running your masternode. So so that's a big challenge. The other. All right, so let's do 3 because there's another one. So ZPIV staking, right? So PIVX having zero coin implemented in. So actually having ZPIV staking, that's never been done before. So that's going to be something brand new, and people might be asking, well, why is that important? That means that you having ZPIV, so the completely anonymous private PIV, as it were, you will be able to earn stake on as well. So that's big. The other thing that switch gears, so moving outside of the privacy aspect, is the community design governance. So CDG. If you go into the PIVX GitHub, you can go through some of the repos and see some of the proposals that have been submitted. There is an incredible amount of work going into coming up with a governance for people. Right. So what you typically have in most, if not all, of the coins out there that run masternodes is masternodes are the ones that vote on proposals. Right. So anybody can submit a proposal. So like in PIVX, anybody can submit a proposal, but then the votes are held to those who have masternodes. Right. So while it is a incredible form of a DAO in terms of a decentralized voting, the voting still remains with those people who have masternodes. And currently, I think there's 2,100 masternodes, right? So what the entire PIVX community, the masternodes, voted on last year is to say, and this was unanimous, they said, we want to give the community the ability to vote on proposals, not just masternodes. And so thinking about it, you're going from one paradigm to another. There's a lot of thought. There's a bunch of very, very, very smart individuals that are working on, well, what does voting look like for a community, right? It's not just a yes, no. Is there a yes, no, abstain, right? Is there weighted votes for different tiers of communities, right? Masternodes versus staking. So all of these factors are going into how to vote. And then you also have to figure out how do you implement that into a blockchain. Right. So there are some other cryptos that are working on this as well. PIVX is looking at doing it also. So
super cool stuff. I like it. I like it a lot. So Brian, what I was thinking was, it looks like we have had a ton of people who have been super active tonight as far as commenting and stuff. And so I was thinking that we could probably reserve a little bit of some of these giveaways and just do random comment pickers for some people, just if they commented anything. So guys, if you have commented and you've participated in this discussion, you're still going to have a chance to win some of this PIVX. We've given away 7 out of 7. Yeah, more giveaway stuff. Tons of it. We've given out 7 out of the 11 people that we were gonna, and that's including the ones that have reserved. Actually, it would be 8 total. That would be 8 out of 11 for the giveaways for the actual PIVX. And we still have tons of shirts to give out too. So probably what the more logical thing to do, rather than me and Brian sitting here trying to come up with a million questions, would be just to go ahead and give back to you guys based on who was here, who was commenting, and who came to hang out with us on a Saturday night. I realize it's not Saturday night everywhere, but it's Saturday night for me and Brian.
Woo!
Yeah. So definitely probably going to wrap this up a little bit here. Brian, did you have anything else you want to add about PIVX? I'm going to say my little spill, so you might as well. It's yours now.
I will say this, and maybe it'll transcend PIVX, but let's just say it comes from the resonance and heart of PIVX. For everybody that's in CCI, you're looking at charts, you're looking at trading, some of you are brand new and you're getting information. Some of you are OG crypto heads that have seen the rise and fall of Cryptsy and Mt. Gox, et cetera, right? Remember, at the end of the day, you're people, you're humans. There's incredible wealth and abundance everywhere. Crypto is opening up doors in terms of like the dollar bills, y'all, type of like wealth and abundance, which can be, I know that was really corny, but whatever. So yeah, it's opening up those doors of, oh my gosh, like there's so much funds. And like, if I just do this, the point is, take time to not get completely sucked in, right? Like you can get so head down into trading and into feeling like I've got to get in and make money so that X, Y, Z. And like, look, we've all been there. That's like, I'm saying that as well. Like when I first started crypto, it's like, holy smokes, like I've got to do this because I got to make so much money. And then you quickly realize, like, if you get sucked into that, then you're going to lose yourself, right? So, and that's not just crypto, that's anything. So on a higher level, find what matters most for you and ask yourself, right? Like, what matters most for you? And if you've ever asked yourself that, it might be scary, and I understand that. Go there, and then you're going to find, as you come back out into crypto and into the other elements of your life, you're going to find you're more likely more content, happier, and quite frankly, you're probably going to make better trades and find people you want to be with, not just to make trades, but for like the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 50 years of your life, so that when you're sitting there in your Lambos and whatever else it is that you want, etc., you're actually having fun with relationships and people and community, right? You can become extremely successful and be completely alone. Or you can understand you're completely connected already, and now you have opportunity to find more people to connect with and grow.
Absolutely.
I'm going to leave it at that. So
yeah,
I'm done. Your turn.
Yeah. So, just kind of piggybacking off of what Brian has said here, I agree wholeheartedly. It's easy to become completely consumed and obsessed with crypto. Like, we're all obsessed with crypto. If you guys are hanging out with us right now, answering questions, you might be obsessed with crypto like we are. There is nothing wrong with being passionate and taking time and being very diligent and serious when it comes to trading, but you can't leave out the human element either. And so that's why here at CCI, also at PIVX, we're so grateful to be able to foster these communities and connect people and remind people like, hey guys, we all have a role here. Our role matters. When it comes to decentralization, guys, like, this is what it is. It is us. It is us using crypto. It's us bringing about mainstream adoption. It's us supporting, these projects. It's us supporting one another. It's us showing, this is what we believe in. This is who we are. It goes so much further beyond just money. The money is going to come in crypto. So basically, I'm really grateful for 100,000 members. This is a huge deal. I'm sure we'll have even more milestones, and we'll probably be like, oh my God, I remember whenever we had 100,000 members and that was nothing. Shout out to all of our mods who painstakingly, we manually approve posts here, guys. Every single post that comes into this group, for each one, we probably delete. That's
insane.
10.
It's insane.
1. Yeah,
it's insane.
I mean, we get
it's
a really, really high volume. Yeah. So, the mods, myself included, take time to make sure that we try to keep this group high quality for y'all. And you can do that and help by contributing high quality content. And that mostly, y'all are great about it. We don't have they get those referral links out. They get rid of the spam Nigerian scammers who are telling us that all we have to do is send them our Bitcoin to their address and they're going to invest it all for us. You know, they try to mitigate that. We all do. And so it's because we love this and we're passionate about it, just like you guys are. If you're ever interested in becoming a mod, we definitely need more mods. It is time consuming, but if you're here anyway, definitely reach out to me, reach out to Jeff, to Jason, Corey, any of the mods. They'll relay the message to us. And we could use all the support that we could get. So if you're feeling like you want to give back, whatever level of time and effort you have is cool. Just hit us up and we'll do a little quiz type of thing to get you in as a mod. But overall, we appreciate y'all. If you left a comment on this video tonight, we're going to be collectively as a team, we're going to be using a comment picker so that, you know, even if you didn't get something during our little trivia stuff, you still have a chance at winning PIVX. There's still a lot of PIVX on the table, so drop a comment. You know, if y'all have questions, Brian is also going to be around. I'll be around, so we'll be answering that. But yeah, so basically everyone who is here tonight and hanging out, you have a chance to win. And I'm going to make that other post for the YouTube screenshots and for the Twitter screenshots and for the picture. I'm going to do a little rundown on it. So yeah, thank you guys. And thank you, Brian, for coming on.
Thanks for having me, for having PIVX and being your epic self, and for CCI for doing right to the entire crypto community. You guys are awesome. So
For sure. Alrighty, sir. Well, we will see y'all around. If y'all need anything, we're always here. Have a good night, everybody.
bye, guys.